What's up, guys and gals? It's another day at the castle with all of our pals, and we're here playing Decavir's Craft the World. I think we're on episode, probably 10 or 11 at this point. I lose count. I record these in batches, and so the numbers escape me. That's my excuse for when I fail a math class, too. Don't tell my teachers. But on another note, in the last episode, we had made some pretty reasonable advancements with regards to the military technology that we're able to deploy on behalf of our civilization. We are putting down some ladders over here sometime soon. Right, guys? There they are. They're climbing up the back wall, even though there's no wall there. I think they will do that if they're trapped. That might be sort of a backup mechanism that the developers have put in place to keep your dwarves from getting ridiculously trapped at the bottom of a pit, feeling like they are down in the well without a single long-armed individual to scoop them out of it. But at the same time, I am glad that it's there. Let's continue working at all of this ore, especially since we're getting down to mithril levels, which is pretty sweet. Well, work in the right order, dwarf, I command you. Well, I guess I'll leave a gap right there. We've got a lot of mithril at that location. I am sort of interested in getting down in here and fighting with all these guys. I want to see what happens when we destroy that, but I'm going to wait until this invasion comes through, so we have the possibility of having a really interesting episode if and when that does happen. Let me place some more traps, too. That invasion is on its way. And luck favors the prepared. What more can I say about it? A few more traps down. It seems like the traps do about 1 heart's worth of damage. It was able to kill off one of the big zombies in a previous episode, which was pretty sweet. Now then, how shall we occupy ourselves in between here and the next 2.5 minutes? There's nothing over here that I'm concerned with. I do want to get somebody fishing at some point, but there's no fish around either. Oh, there's another sheep. Let's send him out to be murdered. We could always use a bit more wool. Another one over there too, but I'm not going to drop any teleports just yet. What's being fired upon? I hear the sound of war, but its rages are clearly not available to my vision. A little weird. Oh, they killed off a pig over there. That's cool. A trap killed off a pig. Never mind. I thought that was the sound of our bows being fired, but no, it was the sound of a boar running across our traps. That works out in our favor, too. Anything that comes too near our base, you can't trust those crafty boars. Not only are they boorish and poor-mannered, they're also pig-headed, and they're full of pun opportunities, and so we slaughter them whenever they get around us. Plus, we need more materials for steaks. Let's go to the crafting menu and maybe make a few more of those. Steakies. Alright, so we need some leaves. I don't see any steakies around. Oh, there they are. And then we also need some coal. And oh my, that's a pretty good pile of steak right there. I am envious. I am very, very envious. 30 seconds left until the enemy drops down upon us like a bag of big old dwarfy bricks. If you don't know, dwarf bricks are quite a bit more rotund. They're a lot more like ellipses than bricks. That's just how dwarves prefer to build. It's a little bit more complicated, but it shows off their engineering prowess. The portal is now opened, and as soon as those traps are deployed, what in the hell is that? That dude looks badass. He is ready for war. He's rolling out on us Conan style. He's got vampiresses and all kinds of crazy shit going on. Well, we'll leave him. Oh, wow. He's doing a lot of damage. Luckily, he has the distinction of going first, so he's gonna die by relation to all the traps we've placed, and the remainder of our troops should be able to whittle through the skeletons very, very rapidly. So a hearty hi-do to all of you undead foes. We shall see you on the other side of wherever the hell you came from. There's a few more skeletons remaining that are going to be coming at us. A lot of our dwarves have found themselves to be battered, beaten, and bloodied, but not out of the combat just yet. Live up to that beard hair, sir. Don't run away. Live up to it. You've got to earn a beard like that. If you're going to braid it and put those crazy little metal knobby things on the ends, you have totally and completely got to earn it. He's going to flee for his life into bed. Nothing says I want to take a nap like some post-traumatic stress. He's going to kite those skeletons, which is pretty sweet. I do like that the dwarves do that naturally. That brings me... It reduces my angst about the situation. That invasion didn't go too poorly for us, so let's pan on through. We'll give him a nap time. Send him off to Night-Nightsville. You as well. Sure, we'll send you too. Why not? We need to place a new ladder here too. Let's continue digging out this shaft. We don't really need much more dirt. What is that? A lumberjack's book? Cool. I do want to level up a swordsman. Let me take a look at my characters, and we've got somebody in here who's a designated warrior. There he is, a swordsman. Do we have anything that's going to make him any better? Doesn't look like it. Damn. Well, unfortunately, we haven't got any books that are as helpful as we would like them to be. I suppose we can focus on this location now. Let's remove the wooden door, and then we'll flag him for combat. We do have a smith, so we should probably put that on him. There he is. And this is how you use the book. I don't know if I've used one in any of the episodes yet. You just click on it, you go to use, and you'll see that his skill jumps from 10 to 19. It gives you about 10 skill. 9 skill if we wanted to be completely exact, but forget your numbers. You don't control me, mathematicians. 9, 10, 10, 9. He appears to be doing a pre-battle roll the dice dance. Roll them bones. Out on the float. That's how we do it. Get your two-step on. Alright. Well, let's unflag him then, so that maybe they clear this out first. We may also have to put a ladder in, so that they can get at that location. I don't think they can jump upwards laterally the way that I would like them to, so we'll sideline that for just a moment. We'll table it for now, as Jonathan Colton is known to say. We also probably want to redeploy some more traps down the line, but we've got almost 45 minutes. We're playing in Speedy Boost mode ELX, so oh my, we are out of food. How disappointing is that? Oh, we're not out of food. Never mind, we're just zoomed out too far. He's up here getting his cook on with a little dance. He's being merry. I like to be merry while I cook too. I whistle, I get my music on, turn on that Pandora, do a little bit of a dance in the kitchen until my neighbors start looking, and then I quickly put away my dance because it's an embarrassing dance. I mean, it is not a skilled dance. It's one that I just sort of made up. It's mostly spasming and just looking kind of ridiculous, but I call it a dance because it makes me feel better. Let's flag this dick up for death. That knockback is unpleasant. It keeps them from chain attacking, and since the sword is very, very fast with regards to its attack speed, that knockback actually resets it and makes it a little worthless. Hopefully he runs through the other way. Yeah, run away, dwarf, run away! Multi-dwarf assault. Shove pointy objects into him with reckless abandon. I do! Okay, and so we've gotten some free goodies out of this. Let's remove all of them. These are all going to be ours. You, Cher, I claim you. Red Pennant, you are also mine. We've taken the pennant this year. I think I can get rid of that wall carpet too. Nice. And so we've got some new decorations. We'll also take the torch along with us. Can we remove that and get silk out of it? That'd be pretty sweet if you could get some kind of wool or silk out of getting rid of the spider's webs. Haven't tried it out as of yet, but we might as well experiment a tad. How far down could this possibly go? A lot further, it looks like. Anybody that's wounded, let's get them healed, and then we'll deal with that bug nest down below us, because we really, really, really want to avoid any Starship Troopers action up in here. Okay. We've got to deal with the assaults of the night, but we should be okay. I may also think about placing a few more cages on each side of the base. Those seem to work out really well in the event that they manage to run straight past the traps that we've laid out. Let's go to our crafting menu and we'll do just that. What is this, a fish stew? That is a gnarly fish stew. I don't know, if you brought a fish stew to my table with a tail sticking out of it, I'm not so sure I would see that as a positive meal benefit. What the hell is that, a green crystal? Green and red. We've got multicolored, we've got pleochroic crystals going on. Well, let's take a look at our crafting tree and we'll figure out where we're at and where we need to go to, because I feel like I've lost my way just a tiny bit. Portrait. God. A decorative shield. I do wish that we could give them real shields. A horn spell. I don't even remotely want to know what a horn spell does. That one I'm just going to leave to the imagination. Let's maybe start working this way with some of the windows. I don't really plan on using them, but we should make some kind of progress on this secondary tree that we've abandoned back in the Stone Ages. Place a window right there. I'm also going to command them to annihilate those trees because they looked at me funny. Lastly, I guess we had a quest to cut down 30 trees too. Oh, boreal side, or arboreola side. There we go. That's what tree murder would be called if trees were sentient. That would suck. I've done all kinds of horrible things in forests that I really wish, or that I would really hope that the trees would not relay to anybody else. Make ourselves a couple of buckets. Why did I just craft a bucket? Oh, because it gave me the bucket recipe when I had attempted to procure a different one. Well then, don't I have egg on my face? Go ahead and do the lancet window. That's what I had wanted to do. And unfortunately, when you reduce the resolution of this game, weird things happen. And so when I clicked on the window that I wanted, it actually loaded up the bucket recipe. That's cool, though. We've got plenty of disposable... Well, we don't have a lot of disposable glass, but we didn't use any up. We didn't make any glass buckets. Glass houses always require glass buckets. It's a little-known fact about glass house construction. You gotta have a glass bucket. Bust that window on out. And since we've got walls here, I think I will start putting in wooden walls to start crafting a house on this upper floor for us. It'll give us something to do anyways while we wait for all of those stakes to get crafted. While the stakes are raised. Our levy of stakes, God, that was a terrible joke. While the stakes are raised here at our base camp location, we're also going to need a shit ton. That's a very, very technical term, but we're going to need a lot of wood in order to get this construction done because this is going to be a longhouse of sorts. Not really sure how I want to build it just yet. There's also not any stair models or anything. I wish that there were. Let's refill our food tables. There also doesn't appear to be any way for me to cancel the construction of what's I like how he just throws the food on the ground after he finishes. He's like, oh, all done here. Throws it on the ground. That's absolutely sanitary. Thank you for that. What is your name? Hamilton. Hamilton the dwarf. If you had a chef on campus, or if you had a chef on premises for the dwarves, I would assume that he would have a classy name like Hamilton, so that works out. Okay, it's a name like Ferguson. It's one of those names that you only see on classy people. Like me, I've got a monosyllabic name. My name's just Matt. That's all you get out of it. That is not a classy name at all right there. That's a name that you sort of get when you live in the suburbs. I don't hate it. It's the one that my parents gave me. I'm not gonna complain about it too much, but you gets what you gets. That and everybody in my generation, my entire generation was named either Matthew or Jessica. Strangest thing, that. Let's dedicate ourselves to the possibility of continuing our cultural research. Well, I've got to place the lancet. I've got to place that already. Maybe I should do that before I get ahead of myself. Lancet Vindo, where are you? Lancet Vindo? Confused, did I not finalize that? I'm low on glass. What in the hell just happened? Maybe somebody's hauling it right now. I'll make another one though, just in case. I'm pretty sure I finalized. Sometimes this game makes me hate my life. I need my template because I have a bad memory right now. I'm all hopped up on crazy Meniere's disease pills. I'm out of my mind. Just running around in circles around the house. No, they actually make you sleepy. So I'm sort of like a construction zombie right now. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, it's because... Okay, I thought that was the paper in the background, but that's actually the window, God. Once again, egg all over my face. We'll place one of those just to get it done. And blammo, there it is. And then we're gonna kick the window out right after we do it. Should also probably get rid of that rail line, which is sitting weirdly in the middle of my house. Alright. We can now make a metal wheel, which takes wood, which I don't see any wood in the middle of that construction, but whatever, I don't question it. Maybe the hubbies are painted gray or something, who knows. Back to our iron. We've crafted a wheel. Keeping on, we can make the wagon that I suppose is going to be affixed to the top of the rails. I've left this pretty far behind, so maybe I should craft one of those too. Furniture, we can make a crock. I make up crock all the time. I am well skilled at making up crock. That's half the reason that I'm able to stay on YouTube like I am. I don't see any earth. Oh, it's earth. I thought they needed clay. Never mind. We also need water. So there we are. We've crafted a crock, and my assumption is going to be that I have to place that somewhere. So let's just drop it on the ground over here. It's never a bad plan just to drop your crock all over the place. But don't whip your crock out. That is a class 2 felony. Over here, we've got a flower bed. Kind of a weird construction, but it's okay. We could use a little bit of a flowery touch. These dwarves are too masculine. They are overly masculine, and it's stinking the place up. So let's get some flowers to make the whole thing smell a little bit better. Some begonias. Begonias ready for deployment. Begonias deployed. So let's undeploy now. Okay. Now that we have undeployed our begonias, we can make clay. And that looks like it's going to cost us a bit of water. Let's take some of those buckets we recently earned. And we're going to bucket the hell out of these little lakes over here. Because we do need a better supply of water. I'm also going to kill that sheep because I don't like him. That sheep's an asshole. His name's Tom. I ran into him a while back and we had a very terrible... Oh, and that boar right there is about to get punctured. And get his legs torn up by nasty trap technology. The apex of which exists within our dwarvish culture. Please don't drown. If I send you to... All you gotta do is pull the water... All you gotta do is get the water into the bucket, man. How are you gonna drown yourself? I've given you the perfect instructions. Take said bucket, scoop water out. I don't see what could go wrong in this operation. But apparently dwarves will find a way. They're diligent like that. Our steaks are almost done. I wish I could redeploy this elsewhere. That's been one of those things that I've been thinking about as I've been playing the game. And I would really, really like to handle that, but alas, they're just not giving me the opportunity. What's next on this list? We're trying to make as much progress this time as we can. So we've got coal, earth, and clay. That's going to get expensive really, really fast. But we do get a lot of clay out of it, so I suppose that's not that bad. Next up on the list is another clay, because it's doing that crafty weird thing. I'll have to go to the normal crafting menu one more time. You guys prefer that I do it this way. A Venetian stucco. We're moving on up in the world. Our house's walls are made of plaster, because that is how we roll, my friends. That is how we roll. It looks like it needs sand. I've sprayed stucco before. That job is awful. It's not as bad as spraying installation, though. Anybody that's ever... When you spray installation, it comes in these big, nasty bricks. And that job is awful, because you've got to wear a respirator. And typically, you've got a guy outside, which was me. That was my job. I was in the back of this giant truck with this big old grindy thing that could cut your hands off if you're not careful. And you take the big bricks and you throw them in there. And this nasty just plexiglass, whatever the hell it is, it gets everywhere. It's like wool made of plexiglass, and it makes you itchy. It gets everywhere. It sticks to you. And to avoid that, the only way, before I get sidetracked here, we need clay. Clay! There it is. Okay, so we've made some Venetian stucco. Hooray for us. But as I was saying, the problem with this whole operation is that in order to avoid getting those plexiglass bits all up in your skin and everywhere that you can't reach and itch, you tend to wear long sleeve shirts, or you'll wear like a sweatshirt, a hoodie, a respirator, long pants. Underneath the sweatshirt, I wore thermals just because I really hated getting all that nasty plexiglass all over me. It used to frustrate me to no end when I got home. Used to have to sit in the shower for hours trying to get that stuff out of you. And so you'd be out in probably 110 degree heat with a sweatshirt, a respirator, just dying, just absolutely dying in the heat. The job pays well, but it sucks. It is an absolutely miserable job, so if you're out there spraying insulation, I feel for you, because I've had that job before. I've also been a roofer, which is also no fun. Those two jobs go hand in hand. Basically everything that is not fun is involved with the roof of your house. If there is a job that exists that is absolutely miserable, it is probably in some way attached to roofing. We'll kill him off, because we don't roll like that with snails. We commit mad snurder, so hi do it you. flashing them crazy dwarvish gang signs with their stubby little fingers. They're kind of hard to distinguish sometimes, just because of the finger width. He's getting run down by a boar out here. This plan has gone rapidly awry! Did he just shoot him through the wall, Princess Mononoke style? What a bamf, that guy's my hero. I will never talk trash to that guy again or arm wrestle him. I'm afraid I would lose my entire arm. Alrighty. Well then, we're now engaged in combat with zombies one more time. Managed to save a couple of our traps though, which is good. Let's think about... Is everybody more or less healed up? I think everybody's looking pretty clean right now. Maybe we can go in here and fight with these bugs. That's the last thing we'll do here. So let's go ahead and create those for destruction. Oh no. I hope these bugs aren't as tough as I think they're gonna be. Oh, they're not so bad. They're like termites or something. Termites or ants. We really need to focus on destroying all of this stuff here. Can that not be destroyed? That's a little odd. Well, there doesn't appear to be any way to do... Oh, okay, so we deplete it. That works out then. Everybody should probably go back to base camp after that little battle. We've probably got a load of people that are just super injured. Well, it's not so bad. We only lost a ton of health on one guy, so it'll work out. My name is Splattercat. We're going to stop the episode here. In the next episode, I would like to maybe get another layer put in on the house, do kind of an upper level thing. We'll replace the floors right here. Replacing the floors on this level is going to be interesting simply because we got the beds in the way, but you guys showed me a method that will work. I think we can speed along through. So anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you had fun today at the Nerd Castle. Hi-do to all of you, and I will see you later.